Yes, let's face the facts. I bought my green Volvo 1972. Patrick's garage. You really want to buy and repair your own old car yourself? It's our topic for today. Maybe it's immensely complex than you think. If you are an absolute fanatic, you can make something interesting from your old car. Now let's face the facts. New vehicles very expensive for me. I'm so cheap that new electric vehicles unaffordable for me. And I'm very much in favor guys which bought new vehicles. That's great. And of course, we assume that if you're buying a new vehicle, you have a capabilities of doing it. But now, unfortunately, a lot of people which buying a new vehicle have no capabilities doing it. And that's their really problem from them, maybe. And it drains their wallets and their power, their life. So I decided to save my old cars while they are can going down the road. Yes, old cars always have a lot of small problems, but I think it's totally acceptable. It's not so bad for 50 years old car, I think. Who cares about faded paint? We always worried about running problems, about engine condition, about transmission, about shifting, about clutch. That works normally in 50 years old cars. Maybe it can be a little clunking, little noisy, but that's of an old age. So what do you think you're gonna get for 300s? For 300s. And you can agree or disagree with me, but I think that's not so bad for this old clunker. Of course, engine was replaced. I replaced it. But this engine very dependable. This engine without these stinky timing, rubber timing belts, which can destroy all engine if they broken. But this engine without interference. Now I do all my car work myself and I require the services of mechanic. Now, of course, most people who have any problems with maintenance or car repairing, 140 series, I mean Volvo from 60s, gasoline engine, is a fantastic car in terms of all construction, of engineering, of design, and reliability. And even today, after 50 years, Volvo, old Volvo, my car performs very well. So, but now I think that I've had great luck myself with these two old cars. All the parts interchangeable. It's very convenient. Yes, a lot of stuff physically worn inside. It's from the edge. But now, very hardly to find original spare parts. Yes, we can find online non original spare parts, but they break down super fast. It's got a 2-liter engine in the front. It's got 4-speed transmission in the middle of the vehicle. And it's rear-wheel drive. But we not think that every old car is so reliable. But sometimes, not often, but it can be. When you go to buy a used car, seller want to selling you something that ready to turn into endless money pit. Unfortunately, it's true. Now, if you liked this video, please share it with someone who could really interesting from it. In modern cars, if you want to repair something, it always costs a fortune to fix. I mean, main parts like engine, transmission, this whole bunch of crap electronic. So as a result, a lot of people leave it alone because fixing them would cost a fortune. And it would be endless line of crappy endless things. Of course, no sales are going to say that your old car, are going to fall apart in front of your eyes. But that's really no problem. You can buy another one if you want. It maybe looks a little bit faded, but it still runs pretty good. That main thing for me. And take my advice, do all the car repair work yourself. I saw a lot of people which paid a lot of money for car mechanics for nothing. You can do a lot of work yourself. Learn how to do it right, and you need source of information of repairing. You can buy a lot of interesting things. Just for example, this about my car. You can learn how to work engine. This is about especially engine. Also, if you can't find literature especially about your rarity car, how work the engine, you can learn from another books like this. I want to show you another books. For example, this is interesting book also how works the engine, these principles, this easy. Yes, it maybe seems hilarious and you going trolling me, but I start to learn about cars from this book, from this simple book, and I stored spare parts for my car which I owning now from this book. This very interesting book. But if you have any problems with body, you need to learn reading these books like this about bodywork, the car bodywork. If you have rust on the body, maybe your car was damaged with previous owner, and maybe you can designate at the moment of getting this car, or maybe there is no way and you get this car in this condition in which this car was at that moment when you bought it. So you need information how to make the body work correctly. This simple book, maybe this book available online, maybe I see, I can't remember now, but you can googling now. It's more easier to get sources of information now. It's so easy. If you find something like this on eBay, buy it fast before the next get us. I think that it's strangely enough that they bought old car instead, buying new electric cars. Thank you so much for your time. Bye for now. We headed to the cornfield.